Hefty's the name, shiny hunting's my game. Gotta catch 'em all, nothing's ever the same. With my trusty football, I'm always on the spree. No shiny can escape, they all come to me. Shiny after shiny, it's never enough. I'm on a quest, and it can get rough. From Pallet Town to Johto and beyond, I'm the shiny hunter, the bond is strong. I've caught 'em all, every shiny you can name. Kanto region, Johto region, I've conquered the game. Hefty is the king, the one who never quits. Caught 'em twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks. I conquered the game. Hefty's the king, the one who never quits. Caught him twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday to you all. What's going on, Phantom, Mighty Munchkin, Big Cheese, Thrifts, Coles, Hassan, Bello, James, thank you for the congrats. Manic, what is up? Going out in like an hour, so won't be here for long. Any time you spend here, even if it's just a couple seconds, is always awesome. Phantom, 3:30, it's still no shiny gimme goal. I'm sorry, buddy. Hope it shows up soon, and happy Community Day to everyone. Coles, yeah, I'm thinking probably Scarlet Violet. I'm thinking probably Scarlet Violet for Altaria. I kind of lied. Yesterday I said that we'd be going to Scarlet and Violet today, knocking out some. But I'm kind of having fun with these soft resets, so I want to get a couple more before we dive into another game. I also did work on Legends Arceus yesterday. I now have the research for Garchomp and Glalie perfected. Next, I'm going to be working on, I think, Abomasnow and Gardevoir and Gallade. So I'm trying to make it so that by next weekend we can start doing some Shalfa hunting in the Icelands. That's the goal. But in the meantime, let's see if we can get this Scissor and this Agron. I'm going to get the music turned on. 5 out of 48 megas. Good job, Mighty Munchkin. You are ahead of me at this point. I started a Mora Masuda hunt because you got tired of Thundurus being a ding dong, and you only did 60 eggs though. 60 eggs, 60 eggs closer to the shiny, right? Metacham, it's either gonna be Scarlet and Violet or it's going to be BDSP. I know you can do Metatite in Poke Radar, so I'm thinking about that. King Aceris, Unbound God, I'm doing fantastic, buddy. How you doing? Cheese, are you asking me? I was thinking about that. I couldn't remember if you took off before or after it happened, but we got the pincer yesterday in 167 checks, which was insane. James, what's the new song that you can jam out to? You got a Sharkadet and Pogo from hatching a 10k egg? Nice! I don't think I have a Sharkadet yet. Yeah, I know you had a birthday thing to go to. I just couldn't remember if you took off before or after you got the shiny, just because it was so early. It was like, I mean, it was literally 17 checks after I took my break. Zed, what's going on, buddy? I forgot to watch the leaked Thunderbolts trailer. I got a little sidetracked yesterday, doing a lot of cleaning at the house. I have some very important people stopping over today to visit and have dinner. So I didn't get to watch too much yesterday. You left like right before the break. Gotcha. Pokemon Horizons, Roy failed Shiny Rayquaza. That's embarrassing. You got your shiny Gimme Ghoul? No way! Congratulations, Mighty Munchkin. What a noob. I know, I am. I'm such a noob. Or are you talking about Roy? Roy and I are both noobs. You watched a lot of BTA villain videos. Interesting. Not me. Wait, then you don't think I'm a noob? Mark it down on the calendar. Three episodes, and both Liko and Roy only have 2 Pokemon. Dot still only has 1. They need to get on it. Can you even call yourself a Pokemon trainer if you're 33 episodes in and only have 2 Pokemon? I'm not a noob. Thank you, Mighty Munchkin. I'm technically a trainer, but not a very powerful one. Wow. Oh, you're saying if you have 2 Pokemon. Yeah. That's true. That is true. I don't know why I'm taking every comment personally today. That's my issue, not yours. You got Wordle in 5, it was hard? Dang. Better than 6 though, right? That's true, Mighty Munchkin. If I was a noob, I wouldn't have all these shinies, would I? I don't typically like to brag. I'm not a very boastful type of person, but I'm not gonna lie. It does feel pretty awesome to be able to say, hey, you know all the huntable Pokemon in all the games that you can get shiny? I have them all. But then there's this little bit of me, and by little bit I mean huge bit, in the back of my brain that says, well, Hefty, can you really claim that if you're still missing 10 unknown in a 3-family household? Good morning, Razzie. Got it in 4, nice, Hassan. You got a shiny Riolu from MMO, nice. Yeah, Lucario, that's another one I gotta perfect. So my thought process when I was doing Arceus yesterday was everyone talks about how miserable it is to perfect the decks on Garchomp, right? So I made that my priority, and I got that done, so I figure everything else will seem easy in comparison. The worst part was doing the 100 strong attacks. Strong style, that's the word. Oh, by the second guessing you 3 of the letters, nice. You just had lunch? What'd you have, Coles? So you've been scrolling through Twitter like you always do and saw people talking about who is the Mount Rushmore of Marvel Comics villains. Yours is Ultron, Doctor Doom, Magneto, and Green Goblin. That's actually pretty good. Just because I can't 100% agree with anything, I always have to make some sort of changes. That's just how I am this week. I would arguably switch out Ultron with Loki. Yeah, Gallade. I gotta do Gallade. I gotta do Gardevoir. I gotta do Lucario. I gotta finish on Abomasnow. I feel like there's 1 or 2 more in the Icelands. Bolognese spaghetti? That sounds delicious. Very punctual. Nice cheese. Good wordplay there. You thought I was gonna say Thanos, then we'd have issues. Um, you know, I always consider like the cosmic beings to be a little bit separate from everything else. I don't know why. Um, and Thanos is very powerful, but an argument can be made that he somewhat reflects. What am I trying to say? Almost like Galactus, he's kind of like above good and evil. He just is. Final day of Worlds. Can you believe it? We're going to get some new Pokemon news today. What will it be about? I don't know, but it'll be something. I was thinking about it. It was 2 years ago. Some of the OGs, like Big Cheese, Razzie, Zen might remember this. Phantom. It was 2 years ago that they were finishing up Worlds on a Sunday morning while I was streaming, and we took a break from the hunt and did a live reaction to the announcement, which that time was a video, like a Scarlet and Violet trailer that introduced Cyclizar and a couple of abilities and items. It was very competitive based, but that was when they first introduced Cyclizar. That was pretty neat. That was my first and only foray into doing live reactions of Pokemon content. You were watching Go last night. It's crazy, the swiping skills. I would like to check that out just because I'm curious. You weren't here until October 2022. Yeah, I missed it by a couple months. Because I think, yeah, that would have been like about this time. It would have been August of 2022. Mighty Munchkin, I can't believe you've been here. I simultaneously can't believe you've been here almost 2 years. And I can't believe you haven't been here longer, because you're just like a natural staple of this channel. I guess it's hard to remember the channel before you, but it's also hard to believe the channel's been around that long. If that makes any sense. I think it was last weekend. I think Phantom was talking about playing Super Mario RPG on the Switch, and I said they hadn't played it yet. But I did, I did a playthrough on the channel of the original Super Nintendo version. And I realized that was over 2 years ago that we played Super Mario RPG, which is wild. I still feel like I'm new at all this. But in internet time, I think 2.5 years it might be a long time. I guess I am actually officially a PokeTuber. Razzie, you know what I mean. Razzie, I think you and I think your first live stream beat me by maybe a few weeks, if that. You've certainly been around the community longer than me, but I think you and I are basically almost twins when it comes to streaming. And it's wild to imagine with how large you've gotten, how much you've grown. To think back to those early days. I specifically, this thought always pops in my head. I always remember this. I specifically remember when you hit 1,000 subs, and I think I was at like 700. And we were talking about like trying to visualize how many people that was. With Loki, Green Goblin, Hela, Scarlet Witch, Red Skull. Really interesting that you picked Scarlet Witch. That says a lot. Super Mario RPG, it's the only one for me. That's a good rhyme right there. I remember every time like you and I, Razzie, would hit like a new what's the word I'm looking for? Not landmark. What's the word I'm looking for? A new milestone. Like, you know, 500, 600, 700. We'd go into Gage's stream and tell Gage, you know, I hit 600 today. And be like, good job, buddy. That's the opening line of the Ross Forest Mario RPG fan song. I have not heard that. 5:30 p.m. for World's Closing. Issues you can't find if that's Hawaii time or some other time zone. We gotta check that out. We gotta find out. We were to work. I mean, what do you mean were, Razzie? What do you mean were? Thing with Thanos is you hate his character and his motivations. You wouldn't be mad at anyone who preferred his movie counterpart. Really? That's interesting, Zen. That's an interesting take. I do feel like the motivations behind the movie version of Thanos is more morally gray. I think it's more interesting. I'll give you that. But to hate his character and his motivations in the comics, that's an interesting concept for me. How is she a hero when she kills people? Well, I mean, is the Punisher a hero? I think that's a discussion we could have. Good morning, Crow's Nest. Good to see you. How you been? Is Wolverine a hero? Is Deadpool a hero? That's an interesting conversation. Is Deadpool a hero? I was debating Kingpin. He's definitely been a large force in the comics, you know, since the 60s. He's got his hands in a lot of things, but I feel like compared to a lot of the Marvel Universe, ultimately he's not that huge. I mean, his biggest threat is his strong business sense and his slipperiness, right? I mean, he's also super strong, but not like... He's super strong for a regular person. He's not like super strong, you know what I mean? But his biggest thing is just, he's got his hands in everything. It's impossible to make anything stick. Deadpool needs to retire. Is Venom a hero or a villain? That's another good question. After the Rowlet hunt, you'll Masuda Phalanx. Phalanx can... Yep, that's right. Phalanx can breed. That was my second Masuda hunt in Sword and Shield after Score Bunny. The symbiote is the villain, but the person itself can be considered a hero. Interesting concept. Cheese, did you ever get a chance to read Venom War #1? Venom's a villain. He certainly was a villain for quite a long time in the comics. Then he became like an anti-hero / vigilante. Nowadays, it's really muddled. Mega Pokemon hunting, that's right, Gaming Trico. Trying to get all 47 Pokemon that can Mega Evolve before Legends Z8 comes out. Carnage was a villain, absolutely. Count Venom as an anti-villain. It's a good question. I would say the main version of Venom that's been in the comics for the majority of his career and / the movie version, I would say, is probably an anti-hero. He started off as an absolutely psychotic villain. There's also been times in the comics where he's been straight up like almost like a savior type character. There's also been times that the symbiote has connected to other people other than Eddie Brock, and they kept the name Venom, but has been a straight up either villain or hero. There was a period where Mac Gargan, who is the Scorpion, the Spider-Man villain, he had the symbiote, and he was a bad Venom. There was Lee Price, who was a straight up like mercenary assassin for the mob. He was a bad dude. Then there's also the time that Flash Thompson had the symbiote, and he was Venom. And he was like, you know, a good guy soldier. Was Doc Ock a villain or a hero? Villain. Even when he was Spider-Man, he had moments of morality, but mostly what he did was for his own ego. Deadpool, he just does what he wants. That's true. I do need 2 Mewtwo's, absolutely. At some point during this challenge, I will be dual hunting Mewtwo in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Venom and Deadpool are like the Gray Jedi. I've heard the term Gray Jedi. I don't know anything about it. I mean, I feel like the term is pretty self-explanatory. I don't need it like defined, but I've never seen or read anything, as far as I know, that has specifically dealt with the Gray Jedi. You love Mega Agron? You know what? I always kind of liked Mega Agron. I thought it was a pretty neat look. Yesterday was the first time I ever saw the shiny, and I think it looks fantastic. Magneto a villain? He can be. He certainly can be. He's had moments of it. I think that's one of those, like, look, I think nowadays, just in general with pop culture, I don't care if you're talking about comic books, I don't care if you're talking about video games, movies, whatever, it's a lot more common to have relatable aspects of a villain so that you can better understand their motivations and at times even root for them, at times, you know, empathize for them and care for them. And I think that's an important thing to have at times. But I feel like we do it too much nowadays, and there's not, like, we've kind of gotten away from the idea of just, like, a bad guy. I think sometimes you need to just have a bad guy, someone that everyone can rally around disliking, right? That said, I think Magneto is, like, the perfect example of that quote-unquote villain that anyone can empathize with. What he went through in his childhood, the terrible things that he lived through, you can perfectly understand his position. Even if you realize it's not the correct position, you know exactly where he's coming from. Mega Cleavor and ZA, that'd be pretty neat. Gray Jedi are 2, both into the light and dark side and balance. Yeah. Also don't prescribe the soul teachings of either side and more so. Yeah, I mean, that's what I figured. I don't think I've ever, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think I've ever seen anything that deals with that specifically. In a Pokemon show where humans didn't exist, so Mystery Dungeon show, do you think an Agron would be a good guy or a bad guy? I think he could be a misunderstood good guy. Like, he shows up, and at first you think he's, like, an antagonist. But then, the more you get to know him, he's like, oh, he's just misunderstood. I'll agree with that. Anky Toad, yeah, I remember you. How was the rest of your Saturday? And welcome back. Jason Cat, you have 5.5 megahertz? Is that good? I don't know hertz. Except for the, rental car company. You don't know? You and me both. It was nice. I'm glad to hear that. Cheese, are you a fan of Herz donut? Who here has ever had a Herz donut? Not you? Is there anyone here who has never heard of a Herz donut? Fan of that story about the whale named Moby? Hey, You know what? He might not be as skinny as he was back in the early 2000s, Cheese, but I think Moby's still a fantastic DJ, and you don't need to call him a whale. You never had? Alright, I'm going to teach everyone here in chat, if you don't already know this, I'm going to teach you something. Feel free to use this. Just don't tell anybody that I'm the one that taught you this. You go up to a friend, right? And you say, hey, friend, or, you know, insert whatever their name is. Would you like a Herz donut? And when they look at you and they say, I love donuts. Yes, please, may I have a Herz donut? Then you punch them in the upper arm, like right here. Punch them like right here. Not too hard. You don't want, you don't want to break their arm or anything, but just punch them right there in the upper arm. And when they look at you, say, Herz donut. Never visited Bangkok? Neither have I. What's up, Cito? And Lobo Gaming, you absolute legend. Good morning. Yeah, no, Cheese, I know that one too. I'm not going to do that one on stream, but yes, that's another good one. Alola Marowak is the only Pokemon who doesn't share a type with its Prevo, who isn't Evolution. That's interesting, you're right. So, yeah, so Cubone is a mono ground type. Alola Marowak is a fire and ghost. Yeah, so other than Eevee, I guess there isn't any other evolution that is a completely 100% different type than its pre-evolution, is there? Evelyn, good morning. How are you? Dr. Doom's another villain that has that perfect balance of being a villain while having a lot of depth and motivations to him. That's true, too. I'm not sure if it... I almost said if it still is. Stan's been dead for, like, 7 years, and I almost said if it still is. But I know that for a long, long time, Dr. Doom was Stan Lee's favorite villain. And one of the things that he loved about him, that he thought made him such a compelling villain, was not just that he was, like, megalomaniacal, narcissistic villain that wanted to basically take over the world, but that he was the king of a country and had that diplomatic immunity. So he could basically do, in the comic world, I'm sure it would be different in the real world with the UN and all that, or maybe it wouldn't, but he could basically do whatever he wanted and just claim diplomatic immunity, and he couldn't be touched. Up to Gen 5, it was Azurill and Meryl, but in Gen 5, it was Mega Altari and Swablu. The fairy type was introduced. That's true. That's true. Was he a doctor like Strange? Not a surgeon. I believe he was a doctor, like a PhD type doctor. He went to school with Mr. Fantastic, and I mean, they are pretty much equally as smart. In fact, they were roommates. So yeah, not an MD, but a PhD, I believe. Or did he? Then did he even get his? Did he even get his degree, or did he just leave college after the accident? Has he been? Is he such a villain that he's been lying about his qualifications all these years? Loops, what's going on? Good to see you. I mean, it's one thing to try and kill the Fantastic Four on a monthly basis, be an absolute dictator to a country, steal cosmic power from Silver Surfer, steal ultimate power from the Beyonders, create your own universe and rule it. I mean, that's one thing, but to lie about having a PhD, that's just sad. Oh my gosh, do we need a new Lyco already? Mighty Munchkin, I really appreciate the optimism, but I'm gonna go with Phantom for this one, just because I think that's a more achievable goal in the short term. But once we hit 25, feel free to drop a 40 Lyco. I'm doing pretty well, Loops. So the odds are actually against us today. After getting that really early pincer yesterday, the odds are against us of getting a shiny today, but it can still happen, right? We're on a bit of a heater. The last 4 streams in a row, we've gotten a shiny. 3 of which have been 1 in 1365 odds. So it'd be nice if we can continue it. Looks like it's rocking a goatee. It does, doesn't it? He got booted from the university after his accident. Didn't even get that degree and still calls himself a doctor. Is your favorite petty villain after seeing him deliver Sue Storm's child? Loops are... Have you been a comic book fan this whole time and I did not know that? Didn't even look at those. I'm terrible at this. Okay. Hopped online. You're hatching Amora eggs. Good luck with the Amora. Yeah. So like, I think it's a little bit different when we talk about. It's a little bit different idea when we talk about like regional forms and stuff. Because I mean, there's a lot of those, right? Like, you know, you could look at Sandshrew and Sandslash. You can look at other ones I can't think of right now. But I mean, like I mean, it is a regional form, the Alolan Marowak, but it evolves from a ground type into a fire ghost type. No types in common. And yeah, I think that is the only one right now. I've been getting more into reading them lately, but you've always enjoyed them. You used to watch comic stories every day in high school. Loops, I had no idea. That's awesome. Yeah, tech and magic is a good combination. I always enjoy the stories where it's Doctor Doom versus Iron Man, because Iron Man hates magic. Mega Altaria shares no type of Swablu. This is true. So we could technically count that one if we want to count Megas. I still would like a Dragon Fairy type that you can actually get. Scissors melting inside his metal exoskeleton? That's not cool. Signed issue of the first Batman Who Laughs comic. Oh, nice. That should be worth a bit of money. Frederick, what's up? Good to see you. Yeah, Coles did bring that one up too. I mean, 2 things. It's no longer, or I should say, it's currently not obtainable. I'm assuming it will be when ZA comes out again. And also, it's just me personally, when it comes to like unique type combos, I don't include Megas. Because, and this goes back to my main issue with Megas to begin with, is like, it's an in-battle evolution only, right? So like, you can never quote-unquote catch a Dragon Fairy type. You have to catch a Dragon Flying type that Mega evolves into a Dragon Fairy. But you can't go out there and say, hey, I caught this Dragon Fairy type. Yeah, Azuriel and Meryl, that was the other one. Yeah, up until Gen 6, because for some reason Azuriel was originally normal type, which always threw me off. I always assumed it was a water type. It might be a little bit harder to sell loops, and yeah, without the certificate, you probably wouldn't be able to get as much money for it, but it's still absolutely doable. I'm not saying you should sell your comic. I'm just saying that's definitely one that you should hold on to. Yeah, Empoleon's the only water steel. We need another water steel. Here's my head thing, right? My head thing? I don't know what that means. Here's my thought process. And this is just me personally. I think we should have at least one Pokemon of every type combination. I think after 1025 Pokemon, it's actually kind of embarrassing. There's still some type combinations that have not been made. Maybe they're saving this for Gen 10. 2, they should be, for each type combination, there should be something that is not a legendary or a starter. Meaning, there are some type combinations that are only available via a legendary or starter, and I would like that to expand. Like, I think there should be at least one Pokemon for every type combo that is just a wild Pokemon that you can get. People may disagree with me, and that's totally fine, but that's what I would like to see. I don't want to see type combos locked behind starters or legendaries. It's a variant cover too? Nice. Well, I want more firefighting types. Nah, I think we're good with that. Electros is the only line with no weakness since it's pure electric type with levitate. Yeah, unless you cancel out the levitate, yeah. That is one of the reasons why Electros is my favorite electric type Pokemon of all time. I mean, there are ways around that, but yeah. I do really like Electros because of that. Technically, firefighting's like behind starters. It was, Hassan. It was. Till Paldean Tauros. Bam. Lucario should have been a pseudo? I could see that. I think I'm right about this, but someone correct me. Is Noivern considered a pseudo? No, Noivern is not a pseudo? Oh, that's right, Gudra. Gudra was the Gen 6 pseudo. Okay. I forgot Gudra was Gen 6 for a second. I was about to ask what was the Gen 6 pseudo, but I forgot about the Gudra. I'll tell you what I do want, though. It's only happened twice out of 9 gens. I would like another pseudo that is not a dragon type. Tyranitar and Metagross are the only pseudos that are not dragon type. I think we need more. What would be really cool, considering how many pseudo dragons there are, if there was a pseudo fairy type. And there were 6 and 7 generations ago. Yeah, we haven't had one since Gen 3. They do love pseudo dragons, but come on. We need more. I think a pseudo fairy type would be pretty cool. Maybe a pseudo psychic. What if the pseudo was dragon fairy? Well, I'd be willing to make that compromise. Game Freak, put it in ZA from your fingers to Game Freak's eyes, Lobo. Can't say from your lips to their ears because you're not talking. Pseudo who's ice and fighting? That'd be neat. I can't believe we finally got a steel poison though. I thought we'd never get that. Wasn't exactly what I was expecting as far as the design, but I'm happy we finally got a steel poison. I mean, looking back, I guess Game Freak would never have done this, but I always imagined a steel poison would be something with like syringes. But I suppose they didn't want to have a whole bunch of poison-filled syringes in a children's video game, which I suppose makes sense. You're going for Mudkip, good luck on that, Mighty Munchkin. My guess is you're going to get that Mudkip before I get you one of these. The only two non-Dragon Pseudos both got Megas. That's true. Yeah, Tyranitar and Metagross did both get Megas. Well, his son, they also got Megas. They also got Megas, but Tyranitar and Metagross, the only two non-Dragon Pseudos, got Megas. Yeah. Yeah, I think you read it as the two non-Dragon Pseudos were the only Pseudos that got Dragons. Amber, good morning, my dear. How are you? Yeah, I'm with you, son. Dragonite has to get a Mega. I'm a little surprised it didn't. Here's the other issue. Look at that. Mighty Munchkin and Zen, same brain. Here's the other issue I have with Megas as a concept, honestly. I think part of the original concept behind Megas was to make some Pokemon that had become less viable over the generations a little more viable. Try and give some Pokemon some reasons to put back on your team that you may not have been using for a long time. Things like Aerodactyl, Sableye, Mawile, Glalie, Banette. You know, kind of take those, you know, mid-tier Pokemon and outraged that Dragonite doesn't have a Mega. I see what you did there, Razzie. Take this kind of mid-tier Pokemon and make them usable again, which I think was a fantastic idea. The problem is they also took some of the most viable and most popular Pokemon and gave them Megas too. They gave Salamence a Mega, they gave Metagross a Mega, they gave Tyranitar a Mega, they gave Charizard 2 Megas, they gave Mewtwo 2 Megas. They gave Scizor a Mega. So, you know, even though all these other Pokemon got a boost by having a Mega, it didn't matter because all the Pokemon that were already top tier got boosted as well. Waiting for Dorian, then heading out on the road. Amber, do you have an idea when you guys will be here? So statistically speaking, non-Dragon type Pseudos have a 100% chance of getting a Mega. Yeah, thus far, that's true. Buttsville. Around 12 or 1. Okay. Okay. Good to know. Other than Rayquaza, the most OP Mega by far, Kangaskhan. Yeah, Kangaskhan's amazing. I've been getting back into Poke Rogue lately. I don't know why, it just brings me pain and sorrow, but I've run into quite a few Pokemon in Poke Rogue that have Parental Bond, and my god, that ability is just absolutely cracked. Amber would feel at home at Buttsville. Wow, cheese. Wow. I'm very excited I get to see Amber and Dorian and the kids today. I could barely sleep last night. I was so excited. Parental Bond has got to be the best ability in Pokemon. It's pretty darn good. Mega Crocodile would be cool. Yeah, so I've talked about this a lot. I think to the point where it probably isn't true anymore. But I see a lot of people talking about which megas they're looking forward to coming back and which megas they want to see added. And by far, Flygon is number one. But I don't really ever see people like Hassan just did talking about like newer Pokemon getting megas. I mean, even Mega Crocodile, it doesn't really count because megas were introduced in Gen 6 and Crocodile was Gen 5. I don't really see anybody ever talking about like a Gen 7, 8, or 9 Pokemon getting a mega. Why do this have parental bond? Cole's, that's a very good question. In Poke Rogue, there's no reason for it other than it just makes the battle difficult. There's no like lore behind it. There's no reasoning other than let's just make this battle harder for the player. Party at Hefty's confirmed. Yeah, Lobo, come on over, man. You're always welcome. They better not give the Ultra Beast Hassan, I 100% agree, and I said this to Chem Nation. I said they better not give the Ultra Beast Megas because I refuse, as a 44-year-old man, to refer to something as a Mega Ultra Beast. And that's just a stupid, stupid thing to say. Mega Ultra. Hey, Masons, thanks so much. Was that the Tangela? Yeah, I can't believe I finally, after all these years, finally found a shiny Tangela in Pogo. I was very excited. Oh no, famous Amos passed away? Aw, that stinks. Yeah, he was in an episode of The Office. I think it was like season 8. We had a dog when I was a kid. We adopted her from a shelter. She was a year old. She was already named, and for some reason, she was named Amos, A-M-O-S. So we kept that name for her. We always called her Famous Amos after the Cookie Man. Do I still have a picture here? No, I guess I put the pictures back. Ah. You guys want to see what a little punk kid I was when I was a freshman in college? We have a special birthday boy on the road with us today. That's right, we do. It is Mr. Miles' birthday, which also means it's Mr. Froggy's birthday. This is what I looked like my freshman year of college. Look how thrilled I was to be getting my picture taken. Looks like a mugshot. You going to the community day for Beldum? Yeah, I gotta get one Beldum. I gotta get one to finish the line. And I need to catch 4 in order to have enough candy. Dax, Shepard. You know what, Cheese? I'm gonna take that as a compliment. I don't know if it was intended that way or not, but I'm absolutely gonna take that as a compliment. Partially because I would love to be married to Kristen Bell. Mega to Dunsparce, it gets a 4th extra segment. Kieran, could you imagine? Miles said happy birthday to Big Cheese. That's adorable. You had the biggest crush on Dax? I could see that. You would pay them your whole bank account if ZA had mega failings to Decidueye, Serena, Flygon, and Magazone. Oh, that would be that. I like that actually. We would love to get a phase in your DA hunt, especially if it's a Alolan Marowak. Frederick, I hope you get a phase on Alolan Marowak, and then the next run you get the legendary. One of your favorite guys is podcasting. I've never listened to his podcast. I do like him though. He's a good actor. I really enjoyed him in Parenthood. I don't know if anybody watched Parenthood, the TV show that was on NBC for a few years. From the same guy that that made Friday Night Lights, the TV show. But that was a great show. Both of those were great shows. And I'm just now realizing both of those great shows done by the same guy, based off of movies. That's kind of wild. I can't even say Friday Night Lights and Parenthood were based off of movies. I think it's more correct to say they were inspired by movies. Watched that twice through. It's just great. My best friend Katie refuses to watch it with me. She's seen a few scenes, and one of the things I always talked about Parenthood was it's such a good show, but I end up crying at the end of every single episode. And she's like, yeah, I'm absolutely not interested in watching a show where I cry at the end of every episode. And I'm like, no, it's not always bad. Sometimes you cry out of happiness. You're just so happy for the family. And she's like, I don't care. I don't want to be crying. And then I said, okay, well, you don't have to watch it. But I did convince her to watch like the first 2 seasons of Friday Night Lights. I need tips on gaining subs. Just, you know what? First off, I'm the last person to ask that. My sub growth has been spotty to begin with. But let me give you some advice based off of things that I don't do that I absolutely should do. Be consistent. Be consistent. Put out as much content as your schedule allows. Right now, I only stream twice a week. I stream on Saturdays and Sundays. I do have that consistency, but by only having those 2 streams, I'm doing myself a disservice because my sub growth has been extremely low this year. Shorts is another good way. Shorts, from my experience, shorts is a great way to get views, absolutely. I typically don't get a lot of subs from my shorts, but that just might be me personally. Another good thing to do is, and what really helped me towards the beginning was, make yourself known in the community, right? I was a part of the community before I ever started putting out content. I developed, internet relationships with other content creators, other people in the community, other viewers, so that when I did start putting out content and streaming, I already had a bunch of people that were familiar with me and my personality that checked me out. Those are the tips that I would give. Again, take it for what it's worth, but those types of things certainly did help me, like in the beginning of my time on YouTube. I think I had been in the community for about 6 or 7 months before I started putting out any content. Then I was putting out daily content, daily videos for about 3 months. And then I had my first stream. And my first stream, because of that, I never went through that thing where a lot of people do, where their first stream, no one shows up. Because I'd already developed those relationships. My first stream, I had at least a good 10, 15 people in and out that already knew me and popped in and wished me luck and all that. So yeah, that's what I would say. And enjoy breakfast. And no problem. Pokedex says there was science experiments on making Magnezone evolve even further. Could you imagine? Do you think we'll ever get a 4th evolution? Well, I'm not talking about Mega Evolution. Remember watching those videos from my first stream, Good Times? Yeah, my high quality videos, which were direct uploads from the video capturing capabilities of the Switch without any dialogue, any graphics, or anything. It was literally just my video clips on my Switch. Technical help with setup. It's... Yes, geez, I will. The time is going to be dependent on when the dice starts to take off. But yeah, I can certainly do that. I'll let you know when they've gotten, you know, out of my house once I've shooed them out and I'm available. I'm going to ask a question soon after you, then leave for 30 minutes before you finish. Dang, Kieran! That's fair. I do talk too much. You know why I'm not on Twitter anymore? Because I wouldn't be able to tell you guys anything in the character limit. Oh, geez, I should be able to later on today. If for some reason not today, I certainly can this week. That wasn't sass at you? Okay. I don't know why I'm taking all the messages personally today. I don't know what that says about me. Kieran, now that you got the Honedge and the Red Jalecki, what are you hunting next? They asked you a question left before you finish. Well, I mean, to be fair, I was rambling on. I was repeating myself. Typically, someone asks me a question, you can get the answer in the first 5 to 10 seconds. Everything else is unnecessary. Verizion, nice. I hope you get it quick, buddy. Also, I was talking earlier about how I was playing some Legends Arceus yesterday to work on some Pokedex entries. I perfected Garchomp and Glalie. I'm almost done with Abomasnow. If people can do me a favor, if you could pick up Legends Arceus today and go pick up my satchels, because I haven't played Arceus other than doing unknown checks. I haven't actually played Arceus in probably almost 2 years. So I lost like 5 satchels yesterday. So if someone could return those to me, I would appreciate it. It's the Guinness brings the devil out in you. I could see that. We didn't even put up a poll. What am I even doing with my life? I had no idea you had to find the footprints for the other hunts. Took up half your workday finding those. Kept getting lost while searching Google. You know what? As much as I tease the British, and it's from a place of love, unlike Shinies. I have to say, whilst is probably the best thing. It's my favorite thing of all the weird things that the British say. And I know it's not exclusively a British word, but they use it so well, so naturally. Anyway, Kieran, I think there are still some footprints I don't have. I think I've unlocked Cobalion. I think I've unlocked Verizion in one game. I don't think I've unlocked Terrakion in either of them. I don't know. I've just had such trouble over the years finding the other footprints. Oh, I know what you voted for, Zen, absolutely. And Cedo voted for the same thing, nice. Well, currently Agron's winning, but only with 38%. So if that's winning with 38%, that means... Yeah, 38% of you also said you bald head. So thank you for that. It means a lot. You accidentally found Terrakion's footprints whilst doing Verizion's? See? And I guess it's not whilst. I think I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. I believe it's whilst. Isn't it? Isn't it whilst? I do have a passing interest in etymology. I think the study of words and where they came from is pretty interesting. I'm assuming that whilst it was originally intended to be like a past tense while. Cat, good morning. Mighty Munchkin, I got some bad news for you. I am 100% absolutely totally bald. Whilst sounds like shorthand for while whistling. Is that what it is? Kieran, were you finding footprints while you were whistling? You were whistling while you were searching Google. You picked the mystery fourth option. Both will shine at the same time. Lobo, that's why you're a legend. Sorry I haven't been on a while. Been busy with school. Hey, no worries. I get it. Yeah, Mighty Munchkin. Hate to break it to you, buddy, but I'm bald. You know what the crazy thing is? With my body, I can instantly visually age about 20 years by taking off the hat. Now I am 20 years older. And then I can put the hat on. And now I am 20 years younger. That's pretty awesome. I got a baby face and a old man head. Appreciate that, cheese. What am I drinking? Coffee. It is 9 a.m. where I am, so I'm working on my second cup of coffee. Just regular coffee. Regular coffee with 1 packet of sugar and like a 2-second pour of half and half. We got school in 2 days. I can't believe we're already at the point where school's starting back up. I mean, I can't believe it's now officially late August. Or maybe it's technically mid-August, but we're definitely in the second half of August. It's the latter half. No amount of Guinness would make you comment. Your granddad's genetics are still at risk of you going bald someday. Yeah, look, I mean, there's some pros and cons to being bald, right? I haven't had to own a comb in like 20 years. I save a lot of money cutting my own hair or what's left of it at home. Showers are shorter for me. You got a shiny Mudkip in Violet and has a mark? Nice. Good morning, Sir Shicker. How you doing, bud? Now, given the choice, I would rather be like a gray hair or a white hair than be bald. I think that'd be an interesting look for me. 890 on Regirock for Ultra Moon. Oh, that means you're getting close to the shiny. You're getting close to the shiny, absolutely. Cheaper shampoo, aerodynamics, cooler headwind, absolutely. Summer did go by very fast. When's my next stream? The next guaranteed stream will be Saturday. I might do one during the week. Depends on how work goes. No tan lines, true. You'll be here? Nice. Always nice to have company while I stream. Alright, here we go. This is check number 501. No shiny. Oh, I know you'll be here, Mighty Munchkin. You always hang out with me, and I appreciate that. Landon, you got an 899? Imagine the Sir Shicker gets at 899 too. Oh, good luck on the hatch in the sun. Shinies, are you watching a video on YouTube? Or did you just get done watching a video on YouTube? I've never heard someone use company as lyrics. You actually just woke up? Well, good morning to you, Sean. You slept in. My goodness gracious. A quarter have a unique name while a third doesn't. That's an interesting question. I don't know, Coles. I don't know. Half does as well. Half and quarter have unique names. But then once you go past that, there aren't. There's no third, there's no fifth, there's no sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st. You got a new mark, the smiley mark. Nice, Mighty Munchkin. Landon, you're going for Blacephalon? Good luck on that. Mudkip the Beaming. That's a good one. I don't think I have that mark. Well, if the dice hearts are going to be here between noon and 1, I definitely cannot go extra time today. So we're going to have to make sure that we end right at around 11. So we got about an hour and 50 minutes, 150, to get one of these shinies. I want to keep this hot streak going. We've gotten a shiny on each stream for the past 4 streams. Keep me updated. I know you will, remember. Reese, when did you make that command? I didn't notice that. You made it yesterday? I missed that. I totally missed that. That's awesome. Getting dunked in the head my way, checking out as we speak. Okay. Good morning, Ariana. You look lovely today. I think that bedhead is adorable. Bye, cheese. I'm sure I'll be talking with you later. Approximately halfway through Fire and Blood. Not sure why it took me so long to read. Kieran, thank you for the reminder. I want to pick that up this week. Thank you for retracting. Imagine most of these megas aren't in ZA. The thoughts cross my mind. Imagine we like finish this this challenge early, right? Like imagine like somehow I have like the best string of luck I've ever had, and by October we have all 47 caught, and we're like, oh my gosh, that was amazing. And then like the next week they have a Pokemon Presents, and it turns out that all the megas in ZA are brand new megas. That thought has crossed my mind. Just like Johnny Cash, Shinies. Just like Johnny Cash. You're doing a good impression this morning. You'll know the clan will shine in the 3000s. I wish I had your ability to see the future. Clocky, good morning, my friend. How are ya? Magazine does have a chance. I mean, every Pokemon has a chance, right? Flocky, can you do me a favor? Can you tell Emily I said, hey, what's up? She'll know what it means. Thank you. You got Zapdos and 2 out of 3 Caterpies you need in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Nice, Reeves. Good job, buddy. Tyler, enjoy the grounded. I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about grounded lately. I guess that's a pretty fun game. I wonder if they would combine Megas with Alphas. Imagine they combine Megas with Alphas and they have Ultra Beasts in the game, and then we'd all have to get Mega Alpha Ultra Beasts. Or Alpha Mega Ultra Beasts. That's when I would not play Pokemon anymore. Shemagalphubs. No, I'm not gonna try it again. That was my one only attempt at trying to say that. Did I ever get granted kid? Could I still play statue? Yes. That's something they would totally do, I know. Yesterday at the vet while Stella was getting her shot, she let out a huge fart as the vet tech was holding her upright. I'd be so embarrassed if I were Stella. Come on, Stella, get it together. Shiny Mega Alola Marowak. That's so embarrassing, Ari. Both of the vet techs giggled at her. Oh my gosh, Stella's gonna get a complex. Dynamax Shiny Mega Galarian Garbodor. Wow. Ellie says hi back and that she's doing okay. I'm glad to hear that. Good morning, Mewtwo. How are you? So what did we decide yesterday as far as Icelands and Legends Arceus? There was Lucario, Garchomp, Glalie, Abomasnow, Gallade, Gardevoir. Was that it? I feel like there's one or two more. Game Freak for crying out loud, make some shiny sprites. I know, right? I mean, come on. We've already done like 534 checks. How do we not have a shiny yet? Dynamax, Shiny Mega, Terra Electric, Alolan, Executor. That'd be pretty wild. We're not going to be able to raid her because I gotta quit before she goes live. But today is a very special day for my friend Carly May. She currently has 516 shiny Pokemon. She's hunting for Muna, which would be her 517th shiny Pokemon. Its Dex entry number is 517 in the National Dex. And 517, for those that know, is a very special number for me. So I'm not going to be able to be there for her. I might get a chance to lurk a bit while I'm preparing for the Dice Hearts to come visit, but everyone should go cheer on my dear friend Carly May as she gets this Muna today. She's over 6,000 encounters on it. Favorite Pokemon should be Muna now. I mean, I will say it's a top tier shiny. Muna, the Pokemon itself, probably isn't a lot of people's favorite Pokemon, but the shiny is extravagant. Can we get a Carly May link? I'm sure all of you all already are. That was a lot of A's in a row. I'm sure all of you already are subbed to Carly May. But if you're not, please go sub to her. Please go check her out this afternoon. Consider it like an unofficial raid, since we won't be live anymore by the time that starts. I mean, I know she probably pre-scheduled it. She pre-schedules things like a year in advance. Yeah, we might just go raid her pre-stream. Jerry, good morning, buddy. How are you? Chrissy, good morning. You did make it. I saw your comment this morning while I was getting ready. How you been, Chrissy? Doing good, fellow buddy Hefty. Chrissy, you're doing good. I'm glad to hear that. You keep getting jump scared by Thunder Punch even though you're using it. Reeves, you are a silly person. Your neighbors have pigs. They've just got out on the street. Never laughed so hard watching them chase them. Kieran, please tell me you recorded some of that. Please tell me you grabbed your phone and at least got a few seconds of that. You're welcome, Reeves. You'll DM me. Thank you. Thank you very much. That is all I want today. I want that more than a shiny. Megadex is at 7 out of 48. Mighty Munchkin is just kicking my butt. So when we do start doing Scarlet and Violet, I think what we'll do is we'll start with fire Pokemon. I know there's areas where both Houndoom and Camerupt spawn fairly frequently. And we'll also try and get a Torchic on that same sandwich. You went to Canada's Wonderland on Thursday and had a lot of fun? Nice. Playing Poke Rogue? You don't have to apologize for that. Oh, lordy. Kieran, I'm going to watch those clips like at least 100 times today. You feel like there'd be a Mega Zygarde in ZA? You know what? You're probably right. Oh my god. If they announce before it comes out that there's going to be a Mega Zygarde, and I have to add that to this challenge, I'm not going to be happy. Beldum Community Day, that's right. Thankfully, I only need to grab one. I already have a shiny Beldum and shiny Metang. So I just need a third one for Metagross, and I only need 25 candy. So I think I figured out that at most I need to catch 4 Beldum, including the shiny. Probably gonna do some SOS. Okay. I love SOS. I somehow lost my shiny Hariyama in a Premier Ball. The one that I had in my Premier decks actually was in a Timer Ball. I think I accidentally grabbed the wrong one for the shiny giveaway that we did at the 2-year anniversary. So I think I traded away my Premier decks, or my Premier Ball Hariyama. I realized that earlier this week. So earlier this week, I was able to do an SOS hunt for Makuhita. And oh my gosh, I enjoyed it so much. SOS is fun unless it's Absol. I mean, it wasn't an easy hunt by any means, but I remember having fun with the Absol hunt. I can't remember exactly what my setup was, but it wasn't as bad as, like, say, like a Lapras. Lapras was my white whale for a while, and I finally SOS'd a Lapras. I think it was last year. It was like the proudest I've ever been. I gotta go eat breakfast. Sounds good reason, Joy. Are we doing something special at 2K? We will be. I don't know when that'll be. It might be next year, but yeah, we will be. Deep dive in Kalos, extremely interesting lore. You'll be very disappointed. Well, I certainly do not want you to be disappointed, Zen. You look like a Tim Burton character? That's fantastic. I love Tim Burton's designs. That might not be a good thing for you, Ari, but that somehow makes me like you even more. And I didn't think that was possible. $29.16. Ari, you're my favorite Tim Burton character. That's very true. Very true, Amber. Disappointed you way too much. You're expecting them to do the bare minimum. Yeah, I mean, look, I love Pokemon, obviously. It's arguably my favorite franchise, like neck and neck with Zelda. I've made a freaking channel on YouTube all about getting shinies, obviously. But, you know, as much as I love Pokemon, as much as I love the games, I can't deny the fact that they seem to be putting less effort and care into certain aspects of the games nowadays. Is that going to stop me from playing them? Is that going to stop me from enjoying them? No. But, you know, just objectively, I think there's some things that they slack off on nowadays more than they used to. Kat, we got a shiny Pinsir yesterday in 167 checks. Cam asked you to get out of here because you called him Kim Burton. That's pretty good. I might have to steal that. Is that alright if I steal that, Mewtwo? Should we just have everyone call Kim Burton tomorrow? That's how you feel too. You love the dang series and will keep buying the games, but are the older games special? Yeah, yeah. And like, despite what the internet might have you believe, there's this thing called nuance, right? I can simultaneously like something and critique it. Um, some people think that on the internet think that either you love it or you hate it, but that's not true. Um, I can really enjoy something, but then also point out things I think could be improved. Just don't enjoy Pokemon like you used to, and that's really sad. I mean, I get that. I mean, as a whole, look at all the Pokemon streamers nowadays, and look at how many of them are playing Scarlet and Violet versus older games, right? Chrissy, I've been well. I've been well. Work's been going all right. Other than that, life's been pretty quiet. Finally completed my Shiny Living Dex 2 weeks ago, so now I'm just doing hunts for fun. I'm not. I don't feel pressure to try and get anything. I can just, you know, kind of do what I want to do. Um, yeah, just I'm just. I mean, I do have some hopes for uh, ZA. I'm not trying to let my hopes get too high, but I do think if it's the same, if it's the same design team, the same development team that made Arceus, I think that'll probably be a good game for some people to play for a while. Oh yeah, same here, Ari. You know, despite having played since the beginning, or pretty darn near the beginning since '99, uh, Gen 7 is my favorite gen. And as much as I enjoy Gen 1, and as much as I think a lot of the Gen 1 Pokemon are classic, as much as I like basically have Kanto memorized, um, Gen 7 is my favorite, and I've tried recently to go back and play Gen 1. I can't do it. I cannot do it. The amount of quality of life improvements that have been made over the generations is so vast that for me, Gen 1 is basically unplayable. Gen 5 is your favorite Gen? Gen 5, you know, and I say this a lot, it's kind of like pizza or ice cream. Like, even your least, or at least for me, even my least favorite Pokemon game is still pretty darn good. For me personally, Gen 5 is my least favorite. I like a lot of the Pokemon, I like a lot of the designs. My issue with Gen 5 has always just been the amount of grinding necessary. Um, it's insane how much higher the average level is for Gen 5 Pokemon to evolve. And for someone like me that's all about that collecting, it was rough. It was rough trying to finish the decks in Gen 5 just because of, I mean, there are so many Pokemon that, like, their first evolution is like, you know, even like 3 tiers, like, their first evolution's like mid to late 30s. Cole, thank you for the like goal, and thank you everybody for the likes. You know, that said, I still liked it. I still liked a lot of aspects of Gen 5. I just didn't like the grinding aspect. You can't stand Gen 2 and it makes you dislike Heart Gold Soul Silver more than you should. I like Gen 2. I have a lot of fond memories of Gen 2. But also my issue with Gen 2 is the same issue I have with Gen 5. It's the grinding. Particularly once you get to Kanto. The level that your Pokemon are after you beat the Elite Four for the first time, compared to the wild encounter Pokemon in Kanto, too much of a difference, and it makes grinding rough. The only Pokemon games you played were Pokemon White and Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. All good games. Again, guys, I want to point out, just by me saying that Gen 5 is my least favorite gen, it by no means means I don't like them. It's just I like them the least. Gen 2 level curve is worse than Gen 5. Gen 5 had way too much Pokemon evolve. Exactly. Yeah, so, Zen, you might disagree with me, but you understand where I'm coming from. Um, I personally thought the level curve in Gen 5 for me was worse than the Gen 2 level curve. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Chrissy, that's Gen 7. Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon had Litten as a starter. You just find surprising your rank thing, and then, yeah, no, I get, and I'm not, Ari, I know you know, I know Zen knows. I just feel like whenever I see conversations like this on the internet, I feel like I just gotta make sure everybody knows. Because like, it just happened the other day in Chem Nation stream. Someone asked him, like, what his least favorite out of, like, they gave him 3 choices and said, oh, I think, yeah, it was the Gen 3 starters. What's your least favorite between Mudkip, Torchic, and Trico? And he said Trico. And then for the next 5 minutes, everyone's like, why do you hate Trico? After you said my favorite Pokemon game isn't his favorite, I'm gonna riot. I mean, I know. It's surprising how many people take my opinions so heavily. Oh, Ari, I know you and Zen are. You love Litten and Sprigatito? I do too, Chrissy. Welcome back, Cat. But how crazy is that? Right? Which is your least favorite Gen 3 starter? Trico. Why do you hate Trico? I never said I hated Trico. You asked me which was my least favorite. You still can't find the bald hefty stream. Yeah, I can't remember what we were hunting. I just remember it was a weekday. It was after I got home from work, and like I didn't bother changing or anything, so I still had on my work clothes. I didn't have a hat on or anything. I mean, it would have been about 2 years ago, probably. You just lean into it and say you hate it because it's stooping and ugly. That's true, Clocky. You can definitely say that the Pokemon fandom is passionate. If nothing else, passionate. I think people get offended when their favorite isn't someone else's favorite. It's almost like you're invalidated in a way. That's true, and you can say that about pretty much anything, not just Pokemon. And that's a shame. That's a shame that a lot of people think that way. Like I've talked about this before. One of my favorite Twitch streamers is Pokemon Challenges, Pichal, Yon, whatever you want to call him. He is. Remember all the time I point out your typos? No, me either, because I love you. I'm sorry, Ari. You're absolutely right. I will take this moment to apologize to you on stream. I apologize to you. But yeah, Pokemon Challenges. I really like him. Like his personality is like polar opposite of mine. But I find him really funny. And he's possibly the best Nuzlocker in the world. But his least favorite Pokemon of all time is Poliwhirl, which is my favorite. But you know what? I don't take that as a personal insult. Villy, good morning and happy belated birthday to you. Vilify Exile having a super birthday on Friday. Can we get some love and some birthday hype in the chat for Villy? I hope it was a good day, my friend. You have your favorite Pokemon to yourself most times. You just don't want to deal with pride saying, oh, Emboar sucks. Hey, if Emboar's your favorite, Emboar's your favorite. Yeah, if you remember, let's drop some dancing Electrosci in the chat for Village. It was a wonderful day. I'm glad to hear that. Your throat hurts when you swallow. What do you do? I would start by taking a throat lozenge and then going to like maybe making an appointment with a doctor if it's bothering you that much, or talk to a parent or other authority figure and ask them what you should do, because I'm not a doctor. Yeah, I don't have my medical degree, and even if I did, it would be pretty hard to diagnose over chat. So, yeah, I just talk to somebody in real life about it, see what they think. 59 checks away from 3,000. You got this, Landon. Yeah, the best life experience advice I can ever give anybody. This is literally the best advice I can ever give anybody. Is be aware of the credentials of a person that you're asking. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't go to a car mechanic and ask them how to properly season a steak. I wouldn't go to a doctor and ask them the best way to care for my aloe plant. And I wouldn't go to a Pokemon live streamer and ask them medical advice. So the best advice I can give anyone is be aware of the credentials of the person whose advice you're asking. Ree-Ann, how are you? Alright, Big Cat, I will give you this much. Until you're able to talk to somebody in real life about it, I would feel comfortable suggesting, if you have any at home, maybe take a throat lozenge or something. I don't think that would hurt anything. Xerneas hunt is insane. You've done 31 Xerneas checks and gotten 5 shinies so far. Holy smokes! That's awesome, Frederick. My pop alert until your meds kick in? Yeah, no worries, Cap. Is there an ability to check other Pokemon's abilities? There is. There's a few. It doesn't technically check them, but in the process of that ability happening, you'll find out what their ability is. Mummy is one. So, like, if you have the Mummy ability and the other Pokemon makes physical contact, it will change their ability to Mummy, and it will tell you there and then what it is. As far as abilities go, yeah, Trace is one, Wandering Spirit's one. Yeah, Trace is probably the easiest. Yeah, skill swap's a move. There's a lot of them, like a skill swap, entrainment, simple beam. Those are moves that could tell you. But yeah, probably Trace would be the easiest one. Colossal, Cofagrigus, Carkol, Slowbro, and now Alchemy. Nice. All awesome shinies, too. Colossal and Carkol. Do you have a Roly-Coly? That'd be sweet if you could finish the line. How do you read your sickness called Shiny Drought? You just keep checking. Just keep swimming, Mewtwo. Just keep swimming. But Ree-Ann, I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Thank you for the hug, Cat. Landon, I'm shiny hunting at the moment. I'm doing well, Rianne. Getting to hang out with all you wonderful people today is a great way to start the day. I've been doing some cleaning at the house this weekend, and I'm going to finish cleaning after stream because somewhere around lunchtime, the Dice Arts are stopping by to visit me. So that's pretty neat. Illuminate Lantern at the Village Bridge in White 2. What all is available there, Cat? What Pokemon? Did you guys just see that piece of dust that flew by, like right in front of my face? It looks like a ghost. What all Pokemon are available at the Village Bridge? What you like about Gen 5 is the lore about it. It's the best Pokemon story in your opinion, like all the characters, even subtle stuff like the champion Alder not being in his prime, that N was manipulated. Yeah, the story was good. I'm definitely going to give you that, Zen. No arguments with the story. Absolutely. Every Ultra Beast you've hunted went over 3,000 checks. My goodness gracious. Chrissy, thank you for the hug. Golduck, Meryl, Zangoose, and Seviper. And so, out of those four, Cat, is there one that you would like to get more than the others? Phantom, thank you for the Kirklurks. I just realized what time it is. It's already 9:42. We're gonna take this to 400 on the scissor, and then I'm gonna go for a quick break. Yeah, Landon, you can go ahead and do that. Which Gen 6 legend is an Ultra Moon? Ultra Moon is, I believe, no, Gen 6. I believe Ultra Moon is Yveltal? Let me check. Vahid, what's going on? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, Ultra Moon is Yveltal. In order from most to least, Zangoose, Seviper, Meryl, and Golduck. Yeah, that makes sense. I would... You know what, Cat? I would put those in the exact same order. 25 Like-a-Roonies. Thank you, guys. You need Xerneas to be a DAs or you need to get Ultra Sun? Yes. I'm doing pretty well, Vahid. I can't complain. Cherry Dr. Pepper before 8 a.m. today. It's going to be one of them days, Ari. I don't think I've ever had cherry Dr. Pepper. I actually had cherry Pepsi yesterday. I don't think I've ever had cherry Dr. Pepper. Jace, you did. You found the stream again. Welcome back. Shiny Guzzlord at 3123, Shiny Nihilego at 3173, Zergatry at 4668, and Pheromosa at 8854. That's crazy. What is it with Pheromosa? Why is Pheromosa so mean to so many people? The grind has no time constraints, right? My longest wormhole hunt was Entei. When I was re-hunting Entei to get it in a Premier Ball, I had the Shiny Charm, and I went to 10,000 checks. It wasn't exactly 10,000 because I stopped counting at 9,000, but yeah, it was 10,000 checks. Gotta run, Jace. Well, thanks for popping in. Good to see you, bud. Latias is your longest at 14,567. That's insane. Now, again, that's without the Shiny Charm, so still not fun, but not as crazy, but still crazy. All right, this is going to be the last check, and then I'm going to go on a quick break. It's the prank. Oh, you and your pranks, Jace. You get me every time. All right, no shiny. I will be back in a few minutes. Reeves is in charge. Reeves is in charge. I'll be back in a few. Hey, Zen, you have a great rest of your day, buddy. Oh my goodness, what you're dancing for? I'm glad you're enjoying Baldur's Gate. Being a mean girl. Ultimate, welcome on in. I haven't missed much, just done a couple hundred checks. No shiny yet today. Somehow made the slide on my right on longer by holding down the B button. Only works sometimes. Interesting. Might be the world record check-wise in Gen 7 for the longest hunt. It might be. It might be, Lynn. I haven't heard of anybody else going over 14,000 on a wormhole check, even without the charm. Thank you, Reeves. Cephalon's getting beat up so Curlia can evolve. Poor Blacephalon. What's everybody's favorite Ultra Beast? I would say mine is Poipole, but if you don't want to count that for some reason, I would say Guzzlord. Reese says Pheromosa. Oh my gosh, Airy, that is dark. Zerkatry? Zerkatry seems to be a pretty popular one. Mighty Munchkin, yours is also Guzzlord. Aries is Pheromosa as well. I know Airy and I both enjoy the paradoxical nature of Pheromosa and Buzzwole. That a mosquito is a tiny little bug that in the games, Buzzwole is like a huge, muscly mosquito. And roaches are usually pretty fat and ugly, and Pheromosa is a very skinny, posh roach. Not very proud of that record. I hear you, man. But I'll tell you what, the only thing worse than having a super duper long hunt is having a super duper long hunt that's not even the longest. From my research, I'm like the 4th longest Regidrago hunt. So not only did I go through all that misery, I didn't even place in the top 3. Yeah, Guzzlord's cry in the anime is pretty wild. Mr. Wolf, what's going on, bud? Same thing happened with the 3-segment to Dunsparce. I thought I was on track to get one of the longest hunts on that with 238. And then Trash Can Man and I believe Shiny Catherine said Hold My Beer. And both of them got it, I think, at 298 and 299. Your favorite Ultra Beast is Nihilego? That's a good one. Just another great day that you woke up into. Mr. Wolf, that is such an amazing perspective. I love it. We need more people to have that sort of perspective. Longest Drago is 22,706. Ugh. I can't even imagine. I couldn't imagine going another almost 6,000 checks over what I did. Speaking of long hunts, I got a Twitch notification, I think it was either yesterday or Friday, that Reversal finally got the shiny Bulbasaur. I know a few months ago he started a series where he was going to be getting all the shinies in Dex order. And the dude went so ridiculously over odds on Bulbasaur. I'm glad he finally got it. He deserves like 10 early shinies after that one. Yeah, it's just a dude screaming. It's wild. You were close to passing my Drago hunt? Oh, with your 14,000? Yeah, you were. So I got a bad feeling that today might be the day that we break the streak. We've gotten shiny Pokemon on the last 4 streams in a row, which, you know, if you're not playing Scarlet and Violet, it's actually pretty awesome. You thought you were going to hit 20,000. I'm glad you didn't. Welcome back, Mewtwo. You gotta go? Alright, Cat. Have a great rest of your day. Hope you feel better. You like to think Guzzlord's a voice actor enjoyed himself with that job? I bet you're right, Billy. I bet you're absolutely right. So, Billy, did you get to eat anything good on your birthday? Still here, just vibing? Thank you, Jerry. Hey, I'm gonna do, after this check, I'm gonna do an extra check on the scissor just because the fact that the numbers are off by 1 is bothering me way more than it should. Gonna go for now. Still tired. I'm gonna snooze for about an hour. Sounds good, Chrissy. Get some good sleep. 29.75. I'm gonna say 31.24. Oh, it was good to see you too, Chrissy. So I did work a little bit on my list of the 47 yesterday, trying to figure out which game I wanted to get all of them in. I'll give you a quick rundown on that if anybody's interested. Anybody cares, I can tell you what games I'm planning on getting them in. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go to 3,300 day. Well, then today might be the day, Landon. Alright, so Venusaur, the 2 Charizards, and Blastoise, we're going to be getting in the Let's Go games, along with Beedrill and Pidgeot. Alakazam, we're going to be getting an Arceus. Slowbro, Scarlet and Violet. Gengar, Sword and Shield. Kangaskhan, Sword and Shield. Pinsir we got in Sword and Shield. Ordered a Meat Lover's Pizza. The real feast happened the day after at church. They threw you a party. You still have half a birthday cake in the fridge. That's so awesome. Really, they love you. That's amazing. Gyarados, Arceus, Aerodactyl, Sword and Shield, Mewtwo, and the other Mewtwo will be dual hunts in Let's Go. Ampharos, Scarlet and Violet, Steelix, Arceus, Scizor, obviously Sword and Shield, Heracross, Arceus, Houndoom, Tyranitar, Sceptile, Blaziken, and Swampert, Scarlet and Violet. Gardevoir, Arceus, Sableye, and Mawile, Sword and Shield. Agron, obviously Sword and Shield. Medicham, Scarlet and Violet, Manectric, Sword and Shield, Sharpedo, Sword and Shield, Camerupt, Altaria, and Banette, Scarlet and Violet, Absol, Sword and Shield, Glalie, Arceus, Salamence, and Metagross, Scarlet and Violet, Latios, and Rayquaza, currently in DAs, possibly BDSP, Reeves, possibly BDSP. Lopunny, Garchomp, Lucario, Abomasnow, and Gallade in Arceus, and Audino in Sword and Shield. That's the plan. Does Pokemon from Pokemon Go count? In my opinion, Mewtwo, I try and, if possible, get my shinies from the mainline games. If it's not possible, then I have no problem getting them from Go. For example, Meltan and Melmetal, obviously the ones I have are from Go. And I don't have it yet, but chances are when and if I ever get a shiny Genesect in Go, I will transfer that over and have that count as well. Why don't you do the shiny Let's Go playthrough with the shiniest Mew from Let's Go while completing the story? Just because, I mean, I could technically try and get, you know, we'll have to think about it. I mean, I could do a Let's Go playthrough and collect the 3 starters, or 4 starters, 2 Charizard, Beedrill, and Pidgeot along the way. I just don't know. I don't know how interesting of streams that would be. I don't know how many people would enjoy that. We got some time, though. We got some time to figure that out. It's going to be a little bit before we start doing any Let's Go hunts. I do want to finish up these 2 hunts in Sword and Shield that we're currently doing. Next Sunday, if I keep on track, we'll start doing some Shalfa hunts in Arceus. We got plenty of time. This isn't something that's going to happen over the course of like the next 2 weeks. This is going to be the next several months. I mean, maybe we'll do that, Coles. Maybe if there's interest, we'll do that. I mean, the other thing about the Let's Go hunts is the way I do them. I do them in the way that I think is the most efficient, but I don't think it's the most entertaining. And what I mean by that is, like, let's take Weedle, for example, because we're going to have to get a Beedrill, right? With Weedle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to a catch combo of 11 on Weedle. And then I'm going to stand in the middle of Viridian Forest, and I'm just going to stand there until the shiny Weedle shows up. With the starters, I'm going to get to a catch combo of 11 on something. And then once you get to there, there's always a guaranteed starter spawn. And I'm just going to repeatedly encounter that starter spawn until the starter shows up shiny. I personally don't do the whole catch combo thing like to 31 and beyond, because particularly in Let's Go games, I'm very conscious about conserving my items, my balls and my lures. So it might take longer, but I think it's the most efficient way. And that might be boring to some people, I don't know. So we're going to be doing those on stream regardless, but to combine that with a playthrough when I won't have the shiny charm or anything at that point, might make it kinda... I mean, it might end up just being like a Let's Chat stream with with Let's Go screen in the back. Maybe that's something we could do. Agron's your favorite Pokemon. You still don't have it shiny. What the heck am I doing? Come on, Jerry. You gotta get on that. Jerry, I know you have a 3DS. Do you have any Gen 6 games? Yeah, everyone should have a shiny of their favorite Pokemon. so you just got Mega Ruby, so you can. That's exactly what I was gonna suggest. Horde hunting in Oris. That's how I got mine. I love horde hunting. Yeah, there's not any. Like, technically, there's not any better odds by horde hunting, but by doing 5 checks at once, man, those checks zoom by. The last horde hunt I did was I needed to get a Whismer in a Premier Ball. I did a few months ago, and I think it ended up being like 1,400 total Whismer checked, but that ended up taking me like maybe 2 hours. Still get the surprise factor from random counters. You like it? Yeah, I do too. Landon, I have no doubt you will notice it right away and you won't reset. I have all the faith in the world. Yeah, the Agron line's pretty cool. Saving the Master Ball for Latios. Okay. Hey, here's a question. When we start doing the Shalfa hunts, I'm going to assume everybody wants me to catch the Shalfas in the, what are they called? The Gigaton balls? What's the top tier heavy ball level? Do you consider cheating if you get a shiny from a bot giveaway if you miss an event that won't come back? Personally, I don't. Like, I'll tell you a story, Mr. Wolf. I was a little late to the game. Like, even though I played Pokemon since the beginning, I was a little late to the game when it came to Gen 8. Because I didn't get a Switch until 2020. So I missed out on the shiny Zero Aura event that happened, right? So I had no qualms with jumping on eBay, and I think it was like $1.99. I bought a shiny Zero Aura that someone had cloned from that event. You know, they didn't touch it. Like, you know, it still had regular type stats, still had random IVs and all that. But I had them send me a shiny Zero Aura, and I was fine with that. That said, if there's ever a chance again to hunt for a shiny Zero Aura, then I will definitely be doing that. But no, I personally don't have an issue with if you miss out on an event, either, you know, having a bot or something like that send you that event Pokemon. I personally don't have an issue with that. Your grandma made a plushie of Agron? That's awesome. The sprite for Agron does a lot more for it than the 3D model. There's quite a few Pokemon that I would say a lot of people argue were better before Gen 6. Gigaton, that's what it's called. Yeah, I'm assuming everybody's going to want me to catch the Shalfas and Gigaton balls. So I got to get some more of those. I got like 800 Ultra Balls, but I only have like maybe a couple dozen Gigaton balls. Archeops is another one. Yeah. like, here's another example. Back before I started streaming, when I decided I did want to work on my shiny living decks. And this was back, Sword and Shield was still the newest game. I don't even think Crown Tundra had come out yet. Oh my goodness gracious, are you kidding me? Shiny Agron, 266 checks. There it is. There it is. Oh my goodness. The streak continues. The streak freaking continues. We got the shiny Agron, 266. Now we gotta catch it. Now we gotta catch it. Now, I think I looked this up yesterday, but I can't remember. Let's check again to see what this guy has. Thank you, Reeves. And thank you to all the lurkers. I know we got some amazing lurkers out there right now, and I just want to say, even if not chatting on the stream, I appreciate you hanging out and watching. Okay, this does have takedown, but I have the shiny Marowak, so that's not going to be an issue. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to switch over to Raichu and Thunder Wave it. And then we're going to spend half an hour false swiping this thing down to 1 HP. Alright, so what do you guys think about balls while I'm trying to catch this? Let me know what ball you think would be best. You don't think Scissor will ever shine? It's wild how Scissor feels like it's taken forever, but it's really only at 436 checks. Lure Ball, Luxury Ball. We're also going to check to see what balls I have. There's a possibility I don't have the best ball. Dusk Ball, Moon Ball. I do have one Moon Ball. I do remember that from yesterday. Okay, he's paralyzed. Now I'm going to send in my Alola Marowak, which is a ghost type with false swipe. So even though this thing has takedown, we don't have to worry about it knocking itself out. Shicker. Shicker, that's the best compliment I've ever gotten. Thank you, buddy. We might as well Swords Dance. Yeah, it definitely has takedown. From what I'm seeing, it's got Iron Defense, Iron Tail, Atomize, and Takedown. If Bulbapedia is correct. Heavy Ball or Diet Ball? Yeah, I didn't say it yesterday. I actually think Heavy Ball would have been the best for this guy, but we used my one Heavy Ball on Pinsir. I guess we can keep resetting on the Scissor while we do this, right? I just gotta make sure I don't get the controllers confused. Could you imagine if I accidentally reset the bottom switch? Where am I at now? Okay, I gotta do one more. Basketball, baseball, football, tennis ball, they all just sound so good, that's true. Diet Ball, since I have plenty of them. Land hit 3,000. Nick does have some sort of a I don't know if it's a spreadsheet or if there's a website that he uses. I can't remember. But yeah, he does have some resource. Look at that. That's with a max. Oh my gosh, that's with a max attack. That's with a +6 attack. This is going to take a while. But yeah, I think Shiny is probably doing morning stuff right now. I know he popped in this morning. He usually pops in for a little bit, then does his morning stuff, goes for a run, things like that. Yeah, Sir Shicker. So Shiny's challenged me to get all 47 Mega Evolution Pokemon before ZA comes out. That was one of the best defenses, I can tell. Do I even No, I don't want to. I don't want to risk it. Even if I have a Pokemon in my party that can lower its defenses, if it's not a ghost type, I don't want to risk it knocking itself out with takedown. We're just gonna have to wait it out. A little boring, but we're just gonna have to wait it out. Scissor might shine before we get the Agron. Could you imagine if we get a shiny Scissor while we're trying to take this out? That would be insane. That would be incredible. Scissor, by the way, is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I just love everything about it. We just chuck balls right now. Well, here's the issue with that. I could start doing that, but especially if we want to try and catch it in a fancy ball, I don't have a lot. So I don't want to, like, let's say, throw a lure ball at it when it's at 80% health if I only have one lure ball. You're at 1022 for Regirock. Shicker, you're going to get it. You know you're going to get it. Use Flare Blitz? No. Oh yeah, Takedown won't hit Marowak. I'm saying if I switch to a Pokemon that had a defense-lowering move, then Takedown would hit it. Yeah, we're just gonna wait it out. It's fine. Can I name this Agron Jerry? You know what? I could. Could have Rocket. It doesn't have Rockhead. Well, I can't say for certain if it has Rockhead or not. But I don't want to take the chance. Well, you know what? You know what? First off, let's see if I do have any. I don't. I don't anyway. Yeah, I don't anyway. That looks like steel to you, right? Do I know how much PP it has total? It has 65. 65 plus it's paralyzed. 31 Lycaroos, thank you guys so much. A little bit of a quieter stream today, but that's alright. That just means you guys are the privileged few that got to see the shiny. Healing you. Well, I'm gonna heal. That's a good call. But I already did. Cito, that's the crazy thing. This is with +6. Look at this. This is with +6 attack. But yeah, I like the Agron's paralyzed. Marowak has cursed body. I'm not too concerned. Oh, that's right. I don't have. Why do I always forget to grab? I always forget to grab freaking potions in this game. Guess what I was using energy root. Yeah, his defense is super high. Plus he's at +6 defense. So his defense is high to begin with, plus he's +6. We'll take it down to red. We'll take it down to red health, and we'll start chucking balls. Might struggle sim? Nah, it hasn't been 65 turns yet. we might be at like 20 turns. There we go, Cursed Body. Can't believe you missed it. Well, it's still going on, Ari. That's the best part. The struggle hit ghost types? I believe it does, because I think post... When did it switch over? I think maybe starting Gen 4? Maybe Gen 4? It changed from normal type to typeless. You got the shiny, I knew it. Thank you, Gaming Trico. Imagine if Iron Tail was able to end battle like Dragon Tail, that'd be crazy. Shiny Houndour in 1 minute and sandwich, nice. Alright, this should take it down to red. There we go. Okay, we're gonna start chucking balls now. You're working on your stream PC? Very cool. Alright, let's see what we have here. We got Heal, Great, Nest, Net. We do have one Lure Ball. Level Ball, Ultra Ball, Love Ball, Moon Ball. We have one Moon Ball. We have 4 Dive Balls, Dream Ball, Master Ball, Quick Ball, 1 Dust Ball, 1 Fast Ball, 5 Luxury Balls, Premier Balls, Beast Ball. Alright, we will try the Lure Ball. We'll see if we can catch it in Lure Ball. Will I name it Jerry after the man himself? Maybe. You're at 8 out of 48 nights. He's 20. Landon, you went back and checked? Thank you very much. Alright, we're going to check the Lure Ball and hope for the best. No Lure Ball. Okay. Let's go to Dive Ball. Chicker saying Luxury Ball. If we don't catch it in Dive Ball, we'll move on to Luxury Ball. Dive Ball number 2, no luck. Critical. And it's caught. We got it in a Dive Ball. We got it in a Dive Ball. GG's, everybody. And that one is done. Welcome back, Ari. We caught it in a Dive Ball. All right, let's get some nature guesses. Now save 180 times. I gotta save immediately because I'm so terrified that I'm actually gonna set the reset the wrong game while I'm looking for this scissor. All right, let's save before we do anything else. We got sassy, naive, bold, relaxed, hardy. Landon, okay, we'll do. Calm, hardy, relaxed. Lax. Ari, you misspelled lax. Adamant. I'm going to say impish or admirable. Hardy. Let's see what we got here. Naughty. All right, it is docile. There we go. That's the correct spelling area. It is a docile nature. Every single one of you was wrong. Come on now. And does it have a mark? It does not have a mark. Admirable, that's nature. No, it's not, Billy. It's a reference from The Office. There's this one episode where Dwight was playing Der Bärschnickel, which was some Christmas character from Germany. And instead of asking, you know, like Santa asks like if you've been naughty or nice, Der Bärschnickel asks if you've been impish or admirable. And since impish is a type, or I'm sorry, since impish is a nature, for the memes, I always say impish or admirable. You guessed Lax, you did. Ari got it right. Ari got it right because LAX is actually how you correctly spell docile. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm not going to bother starting a new hunt on the bottom switch, understandably. So what we're going to do is we're going to just admire the shiny Agron while we work on Scissor for the rest of the stream. Watch a stream we were having about 3 or 4 months ago. You helped him summon a shiny Absol and you guessed the nature as well. No way. LAX is the Los Angeles airport. That is correct. Speaking of which, Ari, did you find out if your Netflix has lost? You're gonna go for Torchic? Good idea. Good idea, Mighty Munchkin. Oh, look at that big boy. Alright, let's get back to work on the Scissor. So, I think on Saturday we will go for... Maybe Saturday we'll do Scarlet Violet sandwich hunts, because Mighty Munchkin's getting way, way too far ahead of me. And then next Sunday, we're going to start our Shalfa hunts. He's so cool. He really is, Jerry. You got to get one, man. I'll take a look walking. Oh, look at him. He's going as fast as he can. He's doing a good job. Save again just to be triple sure. Good idea. So that was 266 checks on the Agron. Let me mark that down on my little cheat sheet I've built. Okay. Isn't our favorite starter Torchic? It absolutely is. My favorite starter of all time is Torchic. That doesn't mean I don't like other starters, but Torchic's my favorite. I just spilled coffee all over myself. Reeves, we're going to leave the bottom one alone for the rest of the stream because we're just going to be going for like another half hour. And by the time I set up another hunt, that will pretty much be the half hour. But I think Saturday, next Saturday, or the next stream, whenever that may be. I'm going to try and do some streams this week. We are, Mighty Munchkin. We absolutely are. You're friends with Kem, so why do you hate Trico? It's a good question. So the next stream we do, I think we're going to knock out some Scarlet Violet sandwich hunts. My plan was actually pretty much what Mighty Munchkin's doing right now, is I was going to start off with a fire sandwich. There's an area where Growlithe Arcanine, Houndour Houndoom, and Numel Camerupt spawned. So I figured 2 out of 3 of those we need. Squirtle is S tier. Actually, Squirtle is my favorite water starter of all time, Reeves. I think I mentioned that to you before, but just in case you forgot, Squirtle is my favorite water starter. Yeah, so I want to do a fire sandwich to try and get the Houndoom and the Camerupt. And then while we're doing that, also go and grab the Torchic out of the cave. Just got your coffee. Cheers. Cheers. Ari, you have lost. Ari, you and I need to have a serious conversation later on this week. And my plan is, because Scarlet and Violet can be a little bit easier to get shinies, even though you guys gave me permission, I'm not going to take, if we see a shiny Houndour or shiny Numel, I'm not going to take it. I want to go for the shiny Houndoom and Camerupt. So that will make that hunt a little bit more challenging. You have an in real life Squirtle, that's awesome, you too. Alright, I think we can take this up to 500 on the scissor. And if we don't get it by 500, then we'll come back to it after we do some Violet Sandwich hunts and some Shalfa hunts. Actually, no. When we do the Shalfa hunts, because we figured this out yesterday, Razzie actually had a beautiful idea. It's a brilliant idea, and I'm running with it. Because these soft reset hunts are very low-key, they're very passive, we will, next Sunday, be doing the starter hunts on one Switch. I'm sorry, we'll be doing the Shalfa hunt on one Switch and continuing this hunt on the other Switch. You pronounced it Houndour? Yeah, it's supposed to be dour, like, I don't, what is the actual definition of dour? It's like sullen or like, not exactly sad. Maybe there's a little crankiness in there? Hey, Frederick, thank you so much. You know, I could name a lot more after knowing the correct pronunciation. You're like, what the heck does a door have to do with a beautiful fire dog? Also, since we're talking about favorites, Houndour is my favorite dog Pokemon. I think that is such an adorable dog. Isn't that the gift you give to a woman's family when you want to marry them? Or am I thinking, oh, that's the dowry, Billy. The dowry. Next Mega, I think the next, after we get the Scissor, maybe the next one we do is, let me take a look at my list here. I'd like to get a team ready for Absol, but if I don't have time to do that one, maybe the next one we do is Audino. Maybe do Audino, get that one out of the way. The one and only Gen 5, I almost said Dynamax, the one and only Gen 5 Mega Evolution. What's up with that? There's 156 Gen 5 Pokemon, and of all of them, they chose one to Mega Evolve, and that one was Audino. What's up with that? Zacian? Zacian's a good one. You know what's also a really good area is Shiny Zacian. Your favorite shiny. And you have one. Yeah, Ari, I agree. I wish the Houndour kept its ears when it evolved into Houndoom. I think Megas really grind my gears. It's, you know, I whenever I criticize Megas, I'm like half joking. I mean, I definitely see the appeal of them, and there are some really neat designs. I'm just not a huge fan of gimmicks in Pokemon games to begin with, and I do consider Mega Evolution a gimmick, like Z moves, like Dynamaxing, like Terrestrializing. Oh yeah, Gen 6 Shiny Charm is rough. You need an entire national dex minus the mythicals. If you have Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, X, and Y, you can do it with just those 4 games, but it takes quite a while. I did it a few years ago, so I could shiny hunt those games, and basically the way I did it was, first off, I have 2 3DSs, which helped out immensely. But I played all 4 games at once. Like, I would rotate the games, right? Like, maybe today I'll play a little bit in X and Omega Ruby. Maybe tomorrow I'll play a little bit in Y and Alpha Sapphire. And as I caught Pokemon, I would trade them between the games for 2 reasons. One, to work on that dex, and also to get the levels up on them. And then I could, either keep them on the opposite games, or I could transfer them back, if the, if there was, if they were getting high enough level that there was an issue with them listening to me. But yeah, I played all 4 games, like playthroughs of all 4 games at the same time. It was still a pain in the butt, but it made it a lot easier than trying to like beat all 4 games and then try and finish the Pokedex. Yeah, just some little ears behind the horns, exactly. That's all it needs. Lemidex is now in home. Well, I mean, if you have a, are you saying that you have do you have a living dex for Gen 6? Sound like an Uchiha Kensuke song? Which is, by the way, I'm sure I pronounced that terribly. The artist behind the Devilman Crybaby show. Okay. Ari, did we watch the last episode? I know we watched the Mr. Echo episode. Did we watch the episode, which I think was after that, with Charlie? Charlie and the Virgin Mary statues? I know it's been a while. You had 1.6, but oh, it's moved up. I gotcha. I see what you're saying. Ivo Online, hello, good to see you. Hey Torchic, can you please shine for Mighty Munchkin? Kensuke, alright, Kensuke. Like Sasuke, I got you, like Sasuke. Okay. We saw the Mary. Okay, so I think that was the last episode. I think that was the last episode we watched. You only have 1 shiny in Pokemon Shield. Which one is that, Ivo? Jerry, you're silly. You made a song for the Torchic. A Torchic song, like a Torch song, but it's a Torchic song. Alright, I'm okay. That sneeze just took me completely by surprise. Loops, thank you very much. 2 more in the Pokedex and you're getting your shiny charm. Nice, Cornholio. What are the last 2 you need? And happy Sunday to you, my friend. Amber, are you still lurking in the car? If you're not lurking, let me know. It's my favorite joke ever. Jolteon's your 1 shiny? That's a good shiny. I like that shiny, actually. Collecting owl egg skulls. I hope you get that owl quickly. Torchic is cute. It's very cute. Okay, if you see a U after an S, it's probably silent. Like ASUKA sounds like Oscar. Gotcha. Is it Oscar or Aska? Alright. I don't think Amber is lurking. Oscar. Thank you. Thank you, Ari. Like Australia. Or Austria. I can't believe we kept the streak alive. That is 4 streams in a row. We've gotten a 1 in 1365 shiny, and 5 streams in a row that we've gotten a shiny. 30-50, we're getting closer to my prediction, Landon. I gotta buy some potions this week, and I think I gotta try and get more Pokeballs this week. I might get with Shinies later this week and let him know all the ones I'm planning to hunt in Sword and Shield, and have him tell me which balls to buy. No, I think we might name Agron Jerry. We might. It's a good name. If we name Agron Jerry, what should we name the pincer? I have no problem naming these shinies. I just didn't think about it. If you don't get Torchic, at least you got Houndoom. That's true. Perry the pincher. Inspector Gadget. That might be too many letters. Name the scissor Sari. So we can have Sari, Perry, and Jerry. Should we like start a theme here? Name the pincer Nick since he challenged me. Interesting. Perry works too because pincer's like a periwinkle color. That's true. It's the first name that came to mind. Well, I mean, I could shorten Inspector. I could definitely do that. Yeah, I'm sure he's out like doing Sunday morning stuff. Nick is going to be so annoyed when he realizes I got Agron today. Did I know Poof changed his name to Perry? I don't know who Poof is. Who is Poof? Dev to Divine. I feel so out of the loop. Oh, from Fairly Odd Parents. Did not know that. Is that in the relaunch they're doing? I haven't read any info about the Fairly Odd Parents relaunch. Alright, we got 15 more checks on the scissor. I think we're officially into buzzer beater territory. What do you guys think? You think we can get the shiny scissor in the next 15 checks? To the new show? Okay, when does that start? Do they have a release date for that yet? They had season finale? I didn't realize it had already started. I'm way out of the loop. Yeah, the shiny spawn and it has a mark. Nice, Mighty Munchkin. What mark did you get on the Torchic? And I brought the luck for you because I asked it to be shiny. Sleepy? So we got Pinsir in 167 checks. We got Agron in 266 checks. I wonder if that means we'll get the Audino in 365 checks. Wouldn't that be wild? It died, uh-oh, but you saved, that's good. I don't know why I'm super happy to see you every time, Hefty, but I am. You're just too lovely. Mewtwo, that's very sweet of you to say. I always enjoy seeing you in chat as well, whether it's on this channel or in other people's channels. You are a nice, funny, positive personality in this community. Why won't this scissor be green? Come on, we've already done almost 500 checks and it's not even shiny yet. Mighty Munchkin, we're going to be ending here in a few minutes, but I am going to pin your like goal, because what are we even doing if we're not setting new goals for ourselves, right? Most wholesome guy you know? Oh my gosh. You need to know more people. You need to see more people if I'm the most wholesome one. Rasford, thank you so much. Can we also get another link drop for Carly May? If I do get a chance to stop by her stream, I'll definitely be lurking because of the Dice Arts coming over. But I want everyone to go to Carly May's stream today and give her all the shiny luck, all the good juju, all the best vibes, so that she can finally get the shiny Muna today and be her 517th shiny for her living dex. I hope it will shine within the next 20 eggs. We might not have any mods in chat at the moment. So in case you didn't already, here is Carly's link again. Make sure that you are subbed. Make sure you have that notification bell turned on. Let's go support my dear friend Carly today, getting her 517th shiny today, hopefully. Rowdy, that's a good mark. Oh, Ari, you don't have to apologize. No mod ever has to apologize for having to do stuff in their real life. I can always get off my lazy bum, lean forward 2 feet, and type messages myself. That's right, Ari let the dogs out. You flip the exclamation mark over on Carly's command. That song is not referring to literal canines? What? What? That's nonsense. Where am I? Okay, here I am. 9 out of 48. Mighty Munchkin is just kicking my bum. Mighty Munchkin, I gotta wonder, what are you counting that I'm not? Because I'm having a count of 47. Mighty Munchkin, are you including Groudon and Kyogre? No? Are you including Diancie? I'm including Rayquaza too. Okay, you're including Diancie. All right, that's fair. Okay. Yeah, I didn't include Diancie just because there's no way for me to hunt it. Oh, you got a shiny Diancie? Nice. All right, we're about to do the last check. This is the 500th check. Before I go, I just want to say thank you to everybody for being here, for being so supportive and wonderful. What a great way to start the day. And I want to remind you that my dear friend Carly May will be going live in just over 2 hours. So I want you to go check her out. Give her all the support in the world. And we're actually going to do a little pre-stream raid for Carly. If you're coming on the raid, I just ask 2 things. One, you make sure you hit that like button. That's why we do these raids to support other content creators. And hitting the like button is the quickest, easiest, and possibly freest way to do that. And 2, if you're coming on the raid, I want you to put in the chat hashtag 517luck. Just like I put there, put hashtag 517luck in the chat. But put in the chat once, only once. Why once? Because we are not spammers. That's not who we are. That's not what we do. I'm about to end stream. Once the stream ends, we will be redirected to Carly May's scheduled stream. So just stick around for a minute. It would mean so much to me. But guys, take care. Have a great rest of your day. If you're doing Community Day today, good luck on that. Get all them shiny Beldums. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Do something nice for someone just because it's the right thing to do and for no other reason. Take care and bye bye.